In this video, I'm going to teach you the mopping up section. And again, all you have to do is follow along with the instructions in front of you, in your mind, reading in your mind, as you follow along, tapping on the points. Now, the mopping up section is for mopping up fragments of unresolved issues that you've been working on. So, to begin with, just think about what you've been working on and what's remaining, what number you have remaining on that. And if you haven't got a number, just think about what you've been working on in the previous videos and measure on a scale of 0 to 10 that issue, what fragments are remaining. And with that number in mind, I want you to begin tapping on the karate chop point while following along the instructions in your mind. Even though I have that number remaining on that issue, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have that number remaining on that issue, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have that number remaining on that issue, I deeply and completely accept myself. That remaining number on that issue. 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 Take a deep breath in and release that now. That's it. Now think about what you've been working on. Measure on a scale of 0 to 10. If you're at 0, you're okay. And if not, let's continue on and do another round of EFT on that issue. Just think about that issue again you've been working on. Again, being specific. Don't allow your mind to wander onto other aspects of that issue. Just stick specifically on what you're working on. Because once that is cleared, you can move on to whatever else has popped up to mind. Perhaps even take notes, write them down, and go back to them again to clear up anything else connected to that issue. But usually what happens is, when you work on one specific aspect of an issue, it helps to break it down completely. You think about that issue, and perhaps something else may pop to mind. So, just thinking about that issue that you've been working on. Measure on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the worst you feel about it. What numbers pop to mind? So let's go again, following along with the instructions and following me as I tap on the points and as you tap on the points. Even though I still have a little bit of that issue remaining, I'm okay. Even though I still have a little bit of that issue remaining, I'm okay. Even though I still have a little bit of that issue remaining, I'm okay. Still have a little bit of that issue. 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 Take a deep breath in and release that now. Very good. Okay, so checking in one more time. Again, if you're at 0, perfect. If not, let's just do it one more time, because we're mopping up as much as we can, aiming for 0 on that issue. Okay, so just think about what you've been working on, that problem or issue. Measure on a scale of 0 to 10. Again, what number are you left with? Okay. Just because I have a tiny bit of that issue remaining, I'm okay. Just because I have a tiny bit of that issue remaining, I'm okay. just because I have a tiny bit of that issue remaining, I'm okay. Tiny bit of that issue. 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 Take a deep breath in again. And release all that now. Checking in this last time to see, think about that problem or issue. 0 to 10. Hopefully you're at 0. If not, you can go back to the beginning of this video and do this all again. Or you can move on to that advanced technique that I've showed you. And get unstuck from that issue. And perhaps even come back here again to get to 0. But if you're not at 0, and if you're at a comfortable number, that's okay too. You've made a positive change for yourself, and it means that you can go out and do what you want to do and not feel limited in some way.